What if I told you that a single presentation failure in college led to the creation of a $15 billion empire? It might sound impossible, but that's exactly what happened to Wang Tao, the founder of DJI. This epic fail moment didn't crush his dreams, it ignited them. Wangs Story is a masterclass in turning setbacks into comebacks. Wang Tao wasn't your average kid. While other children were content with toy cars and action figures, young Wang's eyes were always turned skyward. His fascination with flying machines, particularly helicopters, bordered on obsession. He'd spend hours watching them, mesmerized by their ability to hover in place. How did they do it? This question burned in his mind, driving his curiosity to new heights. One day, Wang's parents gifted him a prized model helicopter. It was his most cherished possession, a tangible connection to the world of flight he so desperately wanted to understand. But fate had other plans. As Wang excitedly operated his new toy, disaster struck. The model helicopter spiraled out of control, crashing to the ground and shattering into pieces. For many children, this would have been a moment of tears and disappointment. For Wang, it was a catalyst. Instead of giving up, the crash ignited a fierce determination in young Wang. He became obsessed with understanding flight control systems, tearing apart every flying toy he could get his hands on. This childhood passion would shape the course of his entire life. As Wang grew older, his unconventional approach to learning became apparent. He enrolled in the electronics department at East China Normal University, hoping to find answers to his burning questions about flight. But the rigid curriculum left him unsatisfied. The theoretical approach didn't align with his hands-on learning style or his specific interests in flight control systems. In a bold move that would shock his family and friends, Wang made the difficult decision to drop out. Undeterred, Wang set his sights on some of the world's most prestigious institutions. He applied to Stanford and MIT, dreaming of access to cutting-edge research and resources. But rejection letters soon followed, threatening to clip his wings before he could even take flight. Then came a turning point. Wang was accepted into the School of Electronic Engineering at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. At the age of 23, he started over as a freshman, driven by an unwavering belief in his dream. HKUST turned out to be the perfect fit for Wang's unique learning style. The university emphasized hands-on experience, providing funding for students to participate in mechanical competitions. This approach went beyond just technical problem solving. It taught project management skills akin to running a startup. For Wang, it was like finding his academic home. At HKUST, Wang's talents flourished. He participated in robotics competitions, winning the Hong Kong Championship and placing third in the Asia-Pacific region. These victories built his confidence and honed his skills, setting the stage for his most ambitious project yet, an undergraduate thesis on autonomous helicopter hovering. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into a project, only to watch it crash and burn in front of everyone you respect. For Wang Tao, this nightmare became reality. But sometimes, rock bottom is where the greatest breakthroughs begin. What if I told you that this very public failure was the catalyst that would ultimately launch a multi-billion-dollar company? Picture a crowded lecture hall at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. All eyes were on Wang as he prepared to demonstrate his autonomous hovering helicopter. The air was thick with anticipation. You see, achieving stable hovering for a helicopter is no small feat. It requires maintaining a delicate balance with zero velocity in all directions, all while avoiding the dangerous vortex ring state during vertical descent. Wang's classmates and advisor had been skeptical from the start. They believed this challenge was far too complex for an undergraduate student. But Wang, driven by his lifelong fascination with flight, was determined to prove them wrong. As Wang initiated the demonstration, for a moment, it seemed like his creation might actually work. But then, in a heartbeat, everything went wrong. The helicopter spiraled out of control, crashing spectacularly in front of the entire audience. Wang's dreams came crashing down with it. The aftermath was brutal. Wang received a C grade for his thesis, and his chances of getting into a top graduate program evaporated. It seemed like his academic career was over before it had truly begun. But fate had other plans. Professor Li Zixiang, a brilliant mind with a background from Carnegie Mellon and MIT, saw something in Wang's ambitious project that others had missed. Despite the failure, Professor Li recognized the potential in both the idea and the student behind it. Professor Li reached out to Wang, offering him a lifeline when he needed it most. Their meeting would prove to be a turning point. Li saw in Wang a kindred spirit, someone with the drive and vision to push the boundaries of what was possible in robotics and automation. Under Professor Li's mentorship, Wang gained access to a wealth of resources. He was introduced to top talent in robotics, received financial support, and was encouraged to pursue his entrepreneurial dreams while continuing his studies. This unexpected alliance gave Wang the confidence to dream even bigger. With renewed determination and the backing of a world-class mentor, Wang made a decision that would change the course of his life. While still a graduate student, he founded DJI, a company that would go on to revolutionize the drone industry. Wang's spectacular failure had set the stage for an even more spectacular success story. Wang Tao's journey from academic failure to tech mogul was about to enter a new chapter. In 2006, the 26-year-old stood in a tiny 20-square-meter warehouse in Shenzhen, armed with nothing but a dream and a company name, DJI, Great Intelligence Without Boundaries. This cramped space would become the birthplace of a drone empire. DJI's humble beginnings involved selling model aircraft parts on hobby forums. It was a far cry from the global tech giant it would become, but it allowed Wang to build a customer base and generate initial revenue. However, two major challenges loomed on the horizon: the technological limitations of drone technology and Wang's own inexperience as a business leader. The technological hurdles were daunting. DJI needed to develop reliable flight control systems, create stabilized camera gimbals, achieve real-time image transmission, and implement autonomous flight capabilities. Each of these problems required innovative solutions and countless hours of research and development. Meanwhile, Wang's management style was causing friction within the company. His perfectionist streak and somewhat detached approach led to conflicts with his initial team. Most of the original employees left within a year, unable to cope with the demanding work environment and unclear business goals. Wang was learning the hard way that technical brilliance didn't automatically translate to leadership skills. Despite these setbacks, Wang and his remaining team pressed on. They knew that to truly revolutionize the drone industry, they needed to create something unprecedented. The breakthrough came with the development of the Phantom drone. This project aimed to address a crucial market need: a user-friendly, out-of-the-box flying experience. The Phantom was a game changer. Launched in 2013, it was the first consumer drone that was ready to fly straight out of the box. No complex assembly required, no deep technical knowledge needed. Suddenly, aerial photography was accessible to the general public, not just to tech enthusiasts or professionals. The success of the Phantom marked a turning point for DJI. It established the company as a leader in the consumer drone market and set new standards for ease of use and functionality. Wang's vision of great intelligence without boundaries was finally taking flight. Quite literally, the tiny Shenzhen warehouse was about to become the launchpad for a global revolution in aerial technology. DJI's Phantom drone changed everything. Anyone could now capture amazing aerial footage at the push of a button. The Phantom made professional quality aerial photography accessible to everyone, not just Hollywood studios and TV networks. As DJI got more popular, it faced new challenges from competitors and regulators. US government worried about privacy, safety, and misuse of drones.
If that software is being originated in China and controlled ultimately by the Communist Party of China, at any point, that drone could become a liability.
DJI had to deal with complex rules and public concerns. Wang Tao and his team looked beyond these problems. They started using drones for business and industry, changing how things were done. Farmers used them to check crops and water more efficiently. Construction companies used them for surveys and safety checks. Firefighters and rescue teams found drones super helpful in saving lives. During disasters, DJI drones were often first on the scene. They searched for survivors in fallen buildings, checked damage to important structures, and delivered supplies to hard-to-reach places. The same tech used for vacation photos was now saving lives. As DJI kept improving what drones could do, it grew even bigger in the market. New products like the Mavic and Inspire series made the company the top dog in the industry. Wang knew they had to keep innovating to stay on top. DJI put a lot of money into developing new tech, like better self-flying systems and improved cameras. These advances shaped the whole industry's future. With yearly sales over $4 billion, Wang's dream of great intelligence without boundaries had come true. But success brought new problems. Political issues, worries about data security, and changing laws were on the horizon. DJI and Wang Tao's story wasn't over. The big question was, how would they handle the challenges ahead?